Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here to watch this video. I hope you enjoy the content I have to share. In this video we'll be talking about the world's most expensive house. The Buckingham Palace, which happened to be the London residence. Administrative headquarters of the monarch of the United Kingdom. Located in the city of Westminster, the palace is a setting for state occasions. And the hospital for the royal family. It is located at the end of the mall, which extends from Trafalgar Square to the palace. The palace was originally known as Buckingham House, built for the Duke of Buckingham in 1703. It was acquired by King George III in 1761 as a private residence for Queen Charlotte and became known as the Queen's House. It was enlarged over the next 75 years. Mainly by architects John Nash and Edward Bloor, who constructed 3 wings around a central courtyard. Buckingham Palace became the London residence of the British monarchy on the accession of Queen Victoria in 1837. The palace has 775 rooms, including 19 staterooms, 52 royal and guest bedrooms, 188 staff bedrooms, 92 offices, and 78 bathrooms. The palace also has its own post office, swimming pool, doctor's surgery, jeweler, photographer, florist, and travel agency. It is the busiest working royal palace in the world, with over 50,000 guests received each year by the Queen and members of the royal family. The palace is owned by the British state and is managed by the royal household. Which is responsible for the maintenance and upkeep of the building and its grounds. The palace is not open to the public, but visitors can take a tour of the state rooms during the summer months when the Queen is not in residence. The palace is a Grade 1 listed building and is surrounded by beautiful gardens, which are also open to the public. The palace gardens are the largest private gardens in London and cover an area of 40 acres. They include the famous Buckingham Palace Garden, which is the largest private garden in London and is home to a lake, lawns, flowers, and trees. The palace is a popular tourist attraction and is visited by millions of people each year. It is also the focus of much media attention, with reporters and photographers gathering outside the palace gates to report on the activities of the royal family. In addition to being a residence and administrative headquarters. Buckingham Palace is also a symbol of the British monarchy and the United Kingdom. It is the backdrop for many royal ceremonies and state occasions, including the changing of the guard and trooping the colour. The palace is also the site of the official residence of the Prime Minister, who is invited to meet with the Queen at the palace on a regular basis. Buckingham Palace has a long and rich history, and it continues to play a central role in the life of the royal family in the United Kingdom. It is a symbol of the country's history and heritage, and it attracts visitors from all over the world who come to see this iconic building. And experience the royal traditions and ceremonies that take place there. One of the most famous features of Buckingham Palace is the changing of the guard ceremony, which takes place at the palace. Every day at 11:30 a.m. in the summer and every other day in the winter. The ceremony involves the handover of duties between two guard regiments, the Queen's Guard and the King's Guard. The ceremony is accompanied by a band and includes a march through the palace grounds. It is a popular tourist attraction and attracts large crowds of people who come to watch the ceremony and take photographs. The palace is also home to the Royal Mews, which is the royal stables where the royal carriages and horses are kept. The Royal Mews is open to the public and visitors can take a tour of the stables. And see the royal carriages, including the Gold State Coach, which is used for coronations and royal weddings. In addition to its ceremonial and historical significance, Buckingham Palace also has a number of important works of art on display. The palace has a large art collection, which includes works by Rembrandt, Rubens, and Van Dyck. As well as modern works by artists such as Lucian Freud and David Hockney. The palace also has a collection of porcelain, silver, and other decorative objects. Buckingham Palace has undergone several renovations and refurbishments over the years to maintain and improve the building. The most recent renovation took place between 2017 and 2023. And involved the replacement of the palace's electrical and mechanical systems, as well as the restoration of the palace's interiors and exteriors. The renovation was the largest and most expensive in the palace's history. It was carried out while the royal family continued to reside at the palace. Buckingham Palace is an iconic and important symbol of the British monarchy and the United Kingdom. It is a residence, administrative headquarters, and a setting for state occasions and royal hospitality. The palace is also a popular tourist attraction and is visited by millions of people each year. It has a rich history. A collection of important works of art. And it has undergone several renovations and refurbishments to maintain and improve the building. Despite its grandeur and history, Buckingham Palace remains a working palace. Is an integral part of the life of the royal family and the United Kingdom. And to remind you, it is the N01 most expensive building in the whole world. I hope you enjoy this video. Feel free to leave any comments or questions below at the comment. Thank you for taking the time to watch and I hope to see you in future videos.